There is a strong realization energy here. This reading looks at a moment where something begins to become clear, not only to you, but possibly to somebody connected to your situation. Sometimes understanding arrives after distance, after silence, or after somebody sees what life looks like without your energy in it. Let's explore what realization may be forming here and what this shift could lead to next. I'm going to start off by looking at what is being realized, then what led to this realization, what they are beginning to understand, what this realization changes, and what may happen next. This is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to start off over here, and we're looking at what is being realized, the truth or understanding that is beginning to surface now. Now we see with Hanged Man coming through here that whomever we are speaking about right now has actually been thinking about you and your particular situation with them for the longest time. They have been doing the deep dive. They probably haven't made any contact yet, but that doesn't mean that there hasn't been a lot going on beneath the surface. This tells me that they have been waiting, contemplating, thinking about it, analyzing the situation, weighing up everything before they make a move. And I do think now, with this light here around our Hanged Man's head, they have come to a very big and significant realization. So much so that this realization that strikes them now is taking them right out of Hanged Man energy, which is the energy of not doing anything, waiting, looking around and working through things, and moving into 8 of Wands. Now 8 of Wands tells me that they are about to make movement forward, but in a very strong and quick way. 8 of Wands also speaks to us about communication. So this could be that you receive a text message or an email or perhaps a voice message. Something is coming through from somebody I feel you haven't had contact with for some time. But it's coming through from them. They are going to be initiating it because they have come to some big realization. And they have this feeling about them that they cannot wait another minute to reach out to you and make contact and speak to you about whatever this is. Now let us move on and see what led to this realization, the situation, distance, or event that caused someone to see things differently. Now what I am seeing here with 2 of Pentacles, whoever this person is, I feel they were very wishy-washy in some way with their attitude towards their relationship with you. So if this was your significant other, that one day you could get 5 SMSs, 3 phone calls, and a spontaneous visit, perhaps at work or at your home. And then they would go silent for a few days, and then they would come back full force and love bomb you. If this is a friend, very similar kind of energy. 1 week they're there, they phone you all the time, they make plans, they make arrangements, and then they disappear for 2-3 weeks. They don't answer your phone calls, they don't make arrangements, and it's like they've dropped off the face of the earth. and they disappear. And I think that this hot and cold energy was a trigger for you in some way. And you could have said something, or you could have just pulled back to protect yourself. You did something because you were not accepting this hot and cold energy. Now remember, this could have come through from anybody in your life, but it was somebody who was not constant. It was somebody who gave you mixed messages, all in, and then you never heard from them for weeks. And then they were back again, all in again, and you thought, okay, this time, here they are, and then they would disappear again. And when you withdrew, or when you said something, this actually was a big wake-up call for them. There was almost an element of taking you for granted. They didn't expect it. So we see here with Eight of Swords that there was a period where they actually didn't know how to handle things. And this is why we see them going into Hanged Man energy, trying to understand, why did they pull back from me? What did I do? And working through everything. I do feel that by you doing or saying something really was a very big wake-up call for them, and they had to take responsibility for their actions. They had to go within and look at what they did and why they did it. Now let us see what they are beginning to understand. So we are looking at the deeper emotional or practical truth that is becoming clear. Now, with Two of Swords here and Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man, I want you to know what we see is that whoever this person is for you, they were really perplexed. They didn't know how to go about dealing with the situation. For some of you, there could have been quite a big gap. I feel that this could have been going on for months, that you haven't heard from this person. And it's not because they weren't thinking about you. It's because they really didn't know what to do. And the more that they sat with it and the more that they felt your absence, the more they contemplated and the more they thought and the more they mulled over it. They no longer want to be in a situation where they are cut off from you. They did not fare well. It was like something was missing in their life. Like I said, this could be anybody, but they felt your absence and they don't want to have you not in their life. What we do see now is that they understand there has to be a new beginning, a new way of doing things, and they have to be the one that lays down the foundation. They have to be the one that comes forward with the first contact, sending that first WhatsApp message, writing that email explaining everything, phoning you. They have to make the first move, and they are going to propose something to you that is much more solid and stable than what you had before. For some of you, I do feel there is an apology coming your way. For other of you, there's going to be this energy of, let's start afresh. Let's do things differently. Let's work together in getting this going in a new way. They want to be in contact. This person, I feel, felt a huge loss not having you in their life. Now let us move on and see what this realization changes. So we're looking at how this new awareness shifts the energy of the situation moving forward. What I love to see here is strength, because why all this was going on with this particular person, you personally actually learned a lot about yourself. You actually grew from this experience, whether this was a confrontation or whether it was a discussion you had or whether you just pulled back. No matter what you did, you have actually empowered yourself in a very strong way. And I feel there's a great sense of inner pride. You know, when we stand up for ourselves, when we say, no, I'm not accepting this half-hearted relationship, whether it's a family relationship, whether it's your business partner or your boss, whoever it is, whether you say, no, I deserve more. And if you can't give me what I deserve, then I am going to withdraw my energy from your world. And by doing that, you have really given them the shake-up they needed at this time. And what we see now with Six of Pentacles is that balance and harmony now comes back into this relationship. So whereas before it could have been you who was the person that was always giving and trying to make arrangements, calling and sending texts and really putting yourself out there and not getting the same thing back. Now I'm seeing a reciprocal energy. There's new respect here. They look at you with fresh eyes. By you standing strong and just holding your power silently and quietly, by not allowing this inconsistent energy and saying no in your way, what we do see is that this person now comes back with renewed respect. If you agree to it, and of course, this is your choice to let this person back in. But what I do see is that there will be a new start, but there'll be a wonderful reciprocal relationship that now comes in. Now let us see what may happen next. So we're looking at the next development that may follow this realization. With Knight of Cups here, our second knight, I do think there is a possibility that this relationship will grow and get stronger and deeper. The person we are speaking about is going to be so grateful in a way to have you back in their life that what you experienced before is never going to come up again. This is literally going to be like a brand new relationship with this particular person who could have been in your life for many years. They want you in their life. They have a lot of love, respect, and appreciation for you. And with Page of Wands here, if this is something you want, once again, I am getting a wonderful confirmation of a new start. It's starting from the beginning, but you feel good about it. They feel wonderful about it. So you are both going in with open hearts and open minds, and you're looking forward now to seeing how things may play out. Realizations don't always happen immediately. Sometimes people only begin to understand something once circumstances change or distance creates clarity. If this message resonates, it may simply reflect a moment where understanding is beginning to surface. That's all I have for you right now, and I'm sending you all so much love.